Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well, and peace and blessings to the elect, sincere brothers of Israel out there that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. I couldn't really sleep, so I'm walking around my neighborhood, and I got my scriptures on me, so through the Spirit, I'm going to do this lesson. It's going to be called the value of a man, or value of a man of the Lord. All right, because right now, we're going through that bitterness. We're being tried and refined, and it kind of sucks, and it feels like nothing's going our way. But just keep in mind that our reward isn't till we finish this race. All right, so. This is, I'm going to start by reading 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. I'm going to start at verse 21. It says, "Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." Alright, so this is going in on Jacob's trouble. It says, verse 22. "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." Alright, so you're going to have people that, escape, that pass the first wave of destruction during Jacob's trouble, but then the second wave comes. Alright, so they might, survive the famine or survive a plague, but then the swords, the army troops come and get them. Then if they survive that, they got to survive the nuclear missile. And if they survive that, you're not gonna survive Yahushua and his mighty men. They're coming back to kill the rebellious and put the other nations into slavery. Alright, so verse 23 says, "And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down." The earth wasted, cities cast down. And the only ones that are going to be surviving through this are men, the men of the Lord. Alright, and I'll get that in a second. It says, "There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it." So the all these nice kept landscapes, whether it be out in the country somewhere or in the city, they're gonna get unkept, and it's gonna be like the wild out here. Alright, a good movie that illustrates that is Will Smith movie. It was like a zombie movie in New York City. I Am Legend, that's what it's called. He was the only one left in New York, and there's lions and deer running through Times Square and shit. And there's wild crops growing in the middle of the street, like through the cracks. And the roads were unkept and stuff. It says, "The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripe, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men." Hey, and if you ever took an economy class, the basics of it is supply and demand. Low supply, high demand. That's what dictates the value of something, of a product or of a person. So if there's a low supply of men with a lot of work that needs to be done, then the demand will increase. Therefore, the value will increase. So the value of a man is going to be very high. Alright? it says, so that one man shall desire to see another, and to hear his voice. For a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. Man, that's cold, man. Because, if you imagine like a big city from anywhere from, I don't know, let's say 500,000 on upward to, maybe over 1 million, only 10 left. That's a huge amount of death, man. And then, a little small town, where everybody knows everybody, only 2 people left, and then they're not even in that small town anymore. They're somewhere hiding in the woods, or dug a bunker somewhere. They're the only ones left from that place. That's crazy to think about. It says, verse 29, as in an orchard of olives upon every tree, there are left 3 or 4 olives. When as a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through that vineyard. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. That's talking about the spoils, man. When martial law is declared, whether it be U.S. troops from martial law taking spoil of the houses on this turf, or whether it be foreign troops, UN troops or Russian troops, Korean troops, or hell, maybe even like Africans coming over here, ham. They're gonna be, search and destroy, and gather the spoils of war. It says, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through. So nobody's going to be on those highways. They're all going to be broken up, and you're not going to be able to pass through them, man. It's like like on that movie I Am Legend, all the crops and weeds coming through the ground, where the street cracks up because no one's paving that shit, or redoing it. It says, I'm going to jump down to verse 33. It says, the virgins shall mourn having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn having no husbands. The daughters shall mourn having no helpers. And why? Because they know that the man is the one that kept them safe, that provided for them. Alright? You got these proud ass women walking around, thinking that they're independent and they got all that shit on their own. They think that they're just gonna, God damn. They think that they're just gonna be able to sit at the house all day and not do shit except watch Netflix and eat microwave meals and have their man buy them goodies, or them hoe around on Instagram and they trick like multiple dudes into buying them shit. And from there I'm gonna jump to Isaiah 13 and 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man more than the golden wedge of Slakia, even a man that more than the golden wedge of Ophir. And gold of the wedge of Ophir, that's like a really valuable gold. This is Isaiah 4:1. It says, in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. You know? So, I mean, these women are going to humble up real fast when shit hits the fan and they realize there's no comfort anymore, you know? Because Apostle Gabar, he always talks about that. Women are all about comfort, you know? Shit, when that leaves them, they're only going to take comfort in a man, alright? Because this society, man, is so fucking backwards, man. They uplift the women and put down the man. You know, the only time excuse me, the only time a man is uplifted in this society is if he's a damn homosexual. You know? That's why every single movie that comes out, there's either a homo or a tranny in it. Okay? And if there's not, then there's this huge uproar, whether it be on social media or the mainstream media. You know? And that also goes into the value of a real man, you know? Because these homosexuals aren't real men. And these people that that basically, if you're not a man of the Lord during these end days, then you're just through, man. Let's see. We need to go back to 2nd Ezra. Slack here. Hold on, bear with me. Alright, this is 2nd Ezra 2 and 10. Or no, it's like 2 and 27. It says, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh I'm gonna start over. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh. You know, like I was talking about, you know, when shit hits the fan. It says, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. Alright, and who is that thou that's gonna be merry and have abundance? You know, the Lord's servants. Alright. It says, the heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord. My hands shall cover thee, so that the children shall not see, thy children shall not see evil. You know, so our children aren't going to be caught up in it either, man. The Lord's the Lord's men's family, you know, they're going to be taken care of in these last days. You know, as long as you endure to the end, you overcome that hour of temptation. You know. And the precept to that is Isaiah 65 and 13. You know, I'm almost at my house now, so I hope this video was edifying. You know, once again, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem HaKadosh. Shalom.